Beyond the Spider-Verse is one of the most anticipated movies set to release in the near future, and for good reason. One of the biggest cliffhangers in cinema history was shown at the end of Across the Spider-Verse. But will there be another movie after Beyond the Spider-Verse? A fourth movie in this multiverse franchise following Miles? Well, that's what I'm here to answer in today's video, so be sure to like and subscribe and let's get started. So it's with a sad heart that I do have to reveal that unfortunately Beyond the Spider-Verse is the end of Miles' story. Around the time that Across the Spider-Verse released, the directors for it shared that a third movie would be the final movie of the trilogy and more wouldn't be made after that. While it is sad because the first and second movies were phenomenal and the third surely won't disappoint, I'm a little bit glad that they won't try to overuse this franchise like a lot of franchises have gotten to. I really don't want a movie to be made for Miles just because they want to cash out on this character. I want there to be a movie because there's a meaningful story to be told, one that just doesn't have overused themes and something that isn't original, much like the first two movies which were really original and that's why they performed so well, and they had a really good emotional backstory. And obviously, if the directors believe that this movie Beyond the Spider-Verse should be the end, I trust them because they made this franchise. And instead of a fourth movie directly, I would love it if the third movie ended with Miles finally expressing his love for Gwen, as well as forming his own improved version of the Spider Society. This way, in 10 or 20 years' time, they could reboot the franchise with possibly the children of Gwen and Miles, and maybe even Mayday Parker being the leader of the group. This rebooted franchise could have entirely new characters, new plot, a new Spider-Verse, but with returning older characters like Miles and Gwen being older parents, Peter B. Parker being a grandfather, something like that. This would honestly be the way to go for me because I always love when we get glimpses into the future of a movie franchise long after they've ended. A prime example of this is how there was a holiday special after the third How to Train Your Dragon movie that showed the relationship after the dragons left. If they did something like this where they showed Miles Morales mentoring his son or daughter, it would be really cool. But don't be sad yet, because one of the producers for Spider-Verse, Amy Pascal, who also worked on No Way Home, actually revealed that there would be spin-off movies which followed secondary characters like Spider-Woman, Gwen Stacy, and there would also be a live-action Miles Morales movie which is already in the works. While those movies which are in the talks probably won't come out for a while after Beyond the Spider-Verse releases, I have super high hopes for Beyond the Spider-Verse. It is said to be a very emotional conclusion for Miles, and after the cliffhanger, I'm eager to see the ending. And if the third movie is just as good or even better than the last two, it'll go down in the books as one of the best animated trilogy along the likes of How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, and Despicable Me. This is the end of the video, so if you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video.